Yo, it's your boy Logos. And today I want to react to this woman who went to Target and demanded over $1,000 of items for free that she put in the basket due to reparations, quote unquote. And the fact that she thinks the Target employee of all people has lived a privileged life, and that's the reason why she should get this stuff for free. I don't understand his mindset. It's very sick, and I hate when it gets perpetuated through our community, the black community, as some type of normalized good thing to do or seek out. But let's watch this nonsense.
And she said, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Man, like I need you to back up or leave, like, but we can't do that for you." So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
A shocking moment caught on camera when a Target employee punches a customer in the face after she cornered him in an office.
You backed him into an office and you got hit in the face, unfortunately.
When people who are backed into a corner, they can choose, they can choose to do the right thing or they can choose to lash out.
Okay, you were in the wrong here.
Okay, so this is where sometimes it gets into a messy situation because society likes to say that a man should never put his hands on a woman. But I'm of the opinion that if a woman is attacking you and you already try to restrain her or calm her down and she's still not listening, then you're within your right to use necessary force to stop her from attacking you. That doesn't mean you should go out and seek out a fight with a woman. Oftentimes you're better just walking away because your freedom and your career and your future is much more valuable compared to you lashing out emotionally at a woman or any person, to be honest. Because that's the thing too within our community or just within this world at large. We feel the need, us men, to defend our egos and defend our pride. And the problem with that is sometimes we do it in bad situations, which only lead us to getting into jail, prison, losing our freedom, or I don't know, dying ourselves. And either way, most times it's not worth it. But I think it's interesting how this woman says that this guy lashed out and he did something wrong after she kept cornering him after she already did something wrong herself. But let's keep going further to see what actually happens.
I held the.
She says the whole altercation was her way to take a stand.
This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
The
She's
incident
insane.
happened on October 22nd of last year at a Target in Blue Ash, Ohio. Security video shows 37-year-old Karen Ivory checking out at the register. When the bill surpasses $1,000, Ivory says she won't have enough.
This is her order.
Okay.
When she got to 1,000, she said, "I'm not going to have enough money to pay for this. I need to talk to the manager." She happened to be walking by.
Wait, so she said she needed to talk to a manager? So she planned to do this nonsense to begin with, which is getting over $1,000 worth of items, going to the register, having this woman on the right check it out and bag it up and everything, knowing damn well she had the money to pay for it, and then request a manager. And I guess this is where she goes into a whole privilege reparations nonsense thing. Let's see.
Body camera video captures Target manager Ashley Myron describing to police what happened.
So I came around and I was like, "Hey, what can I do for you?"
Okay.
Usually it's like the price is wrong or whatever. She starts going on this spiel about about how like I've had a privileged life and she's been disadvantaged, and then said that she was asking Target to make reparations for her. And I said, "That's not something we can do tonight. If you need a donation, like you can call tomorrow. I can put you in touch like with the HR person, but like that isn't something I can do for you like right now tonight."
See, this lady was even trying to be nice and use the customer service techniques and not actually say no and deny her like I feel like she should have. She tried to give her like some type of solution where at least HR would take care of it. By the way, do you know you couldn't pay for this stuff? And the idea that Target should just pay for it because you feel you owe reparations, that just sounds like insanity to me. You don't know what this Target employee or any other Target employee in that building is going through in their life, but because she is white, or I don't know what else. I really don't understand what else. She said reparations, so because she's white, she had a privileged life, and she should just let you walk out the store with this stuff. That doesn't make sense.
And then she was like, you need to put me in touch with someone tonight. And I was like, I can't. There isn't.
Okay.
Like,
Strange.
yeah. And then she got really close to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my hands up and backed up, and she like followed me. She was like breathing into my eyeballs.
Was she screaming at you or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she got really close to me. I put my hands up. I touched her shoulders
Mm-hmm.
because she was like coming into my space.
Okay.
And then she because I touched her, she went after that and just started screaming really loudly and backed me up against the soda machine.
Okay.
And then that's when our security person, she called our security person.
Security video shows the incident unfold as Ivory approaches the manager and gets in her face. After that, a loss prevention manager approaches.
So what happened?
She
Okay, you
demanded
seem
us
secure at
$1,000 in
2046.
merchandise.
Okay.
Came up, I tried to verbally de-escalate. She told me that she wanted to rep it out, and I told her we couldn't do that.
Okay.
And then she said, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Man, I need you to back up or leave."
Look, she getting in his face. She's being aggressive. That's the thing I don't understand. Sometimes some people will know that you can't hit them back because of a certain situation or who they are or what they are or whatever, and they'll manipulate that for their own gain and put you in a situation where you have no choice but to buckle to them or defend yourself and hit them. And like this case with this guy and this woman, I mean, he's in a lose-lose situation, at least a public, I don't know, view standpoint for the most part, I think. Even though hopefully I would hope most people doesn't agree with the fact that he should get in trouble or that he's a bad person for hitting her or defending himself when she keep getting in his face after always getting in the woman's face.
Do that for you. So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
Surveillance video shows Ivory run after the manager and into his office. When she approaches, he punches her in the face. While the security video does not have audio, the manager
he knocked the freaking debit cards out her wallet and ran her wallet hit the floor, almost like coins in Mario.
later described the incident to police on body camera video.
So I tried to literally close her out, but at that point she was pretty much running, so she barreled her way in and then kept coming into my office.
Okay. Yes. And you just hit her and that's it.
Hit her right in the face, right in the jaw.
After the manager punches Ivory in the face, security video shows him calling 911.
What did your notes say? The lady came in and punched her man, or her manager punched her?
Yeah, some sort of shenanigans. Didn't say anything about a manager. Said somebody came into an office,
I thought it
started
was
assaulting
an
him.
employee when
Yeah.
assumed it was a manager.
Allegedly, this chick's impaired.
When officers arrive,
Jeez.
body camera footage captures Ivory arguing with the manager as officers work to get her information.
I tried to close you out of my office and you just kept on pushing your way in.
That's all right.
No, sir. I didn't push my way in.
Yes,
I
you
came,
did.
No, I came around the corner quickly.
Hey, would you?
You on the corner quickly.
Hey, no.
Excuse
Let's
you?
Stop talking. When I'm telling you, you stop talking. Okay?
Do you know who I am?
We'll figure that out when I get your ID.
Ivory later tells police officers the incident stemmed from her request for reparations on her purchase.
So what caused the issue then here today?
Because
Checkpoint
I came
10.
in,
Actually, kind of.
Target is somewhat of a home for me. And we were gonna have a big discussion here, and I asked them to nicely.
Who are you going to have this big discussion with?
With Target, whoever in Target I needed to speak with.
Okay.
I asked
So I ran
nicely, the young lady,
Hi, George, 31 squads responding,
I'm not gonna
2432,
do that.
located
I'm
available
not gonna put you in
purpose
touch. I
2.
said, who would you
38
call
call,
if this place was caught fire? I asked her to put me in touch with the right people. Who would you call if this place was on fire? It was. She would not. I'm not gonna do that. The young man came over, stood behind her. I asked him the same thing.
I'm kind of
They
asking what's going on.
teamed up.
What can I
We
do?
are not.
What's going on here?
Actually, no. The young lady got in my face. She pushed me too. She put her hands on me as well. I put my hands on no one. I came close to them and they felt threatened.
You can't get up in people's personal space.
Yeah, just to separate you from her because you're in her space. Yeah.
She felt threatened. Who? Why did you feel threatened?
Because you're getting a
I
space.
don't know what this discussion was about. What were you asking her to do?
Reach out to her manager so we can have a larger discussion about how money works and how provision works and how it's been working in our community in a very wrong way.
Can you elaborate a little bit, go into further detail?
Sure.
Ivory calls the incident her, quote, Rosa Parks moment.
Sure. I was asking with the support of my community to come behind me in a big way to have a money conversation. There have been people subjugated and blocked out of things. We have decided we were not going to have a bigger conversation. I decided to take a stand. This is my.
How does going into a store, filling up your basket with stuff you can't afford or you know you can't afford, is taking a stand against who? Target? By making them pay for free stuff? What would change if they did let you walk out the store with all that free stuff you have in your basket? And I'm curious, like, was that stuff wants, needs, or a mix of both? Like, they just sound ridiculous to me. I don't understand how you can just demand somebody give you something, and especially you gonna take it beforehand. You're not requesting anything. You're just stealing it and claiming it as your own and saying that it's owed to you to make it sound justified. But you just sound insane to me. I don't care what you say. I don't understand how Target of all people shouldn't be the, I don't know, people or the entity that you go after for this type of stuff. I, for one, isn't on the side of reparations, but even if I was on the side of reparations, I'm not going to exercise my opinion by going into a store of a private company and taking some free shit out of it. Well, trying to take some stuff and claiming that I should get it for free because of the cut of my skin and saying that my ancestors were enslaved. I'm just not going to do that because, for one, it makes no sense. Or two, I'm not finna go to jail or have a record over something so stupid.
Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
Body camera video captures
Here's another thing. Sorry to cut her off, but here's another thing. I hate it when people nowadays try to act like they're in the same situation of our ancestors or predecessors. You're not Rosa Parks. You're not Harriet Tubman. You're not Frederick Douglass. You're none of those people that you claim to be or claim to get an inspiration from. Those people went through real struggle, trials and tribulations, and they put their freedom and their lives on the line. All you're doing here is trying to take free shit because you feel entitled to it. But you shouldn't feel entitled to it because you didn't go through anything. The only thing you're going through right now is what's owed to you because you're sitting in this office and you're probably going to get arrested, and I'm not going to feel bad for you.
Ivory speaking with officers for more than 30 minutes, stressing the statement she was trying to make.
We're having a conversation about how to reconcile the fact that some people benefited off of a system that was rigged against other people. I asked nicely to have that conversation.
Okay, what were you asking for?
For her to connect me with who I could talk to.
What was your purpose of that further conversation? What were you going to ask that person for to do?
This is ridiculous. You want to know another reason why it's ridiculous? Because you could see at the top from the body cam footage that is 9 o'clock at night, 9:04. That's military time, 2100 hour, 21:04. So it's 9 o'clock at night. Even if it's a weekday or a weekend, you're not going to get in contact with HR or corporate at this time of day to get whatever deal you think you could get struck with HR or target corporate, especially for something this serious. Because the reason why it is so serious, because they let this woman get away with just walking out with free stuff because she feels she owed to it. What stops from any other person from doing it? Any other person from any other background or just black, just that's enough. Just black people within the United States, they could just walk into a store and say, I deserve this free shit because of what you gave this lady who used the same reason I'm about to use. And this could have a ripple effect or a trickle down effect. Let's say that Target does go through with this nonsense, which they won't. I hope they don't. But let's say they just do. And this causes them to enforce this policy with other black employees. Will Walmart do the same thing? Will when Dead Sea or other local grocery stores or stores around the country or the worldwide do the same type of policy? If not, will they suffer consequences of doing so? If they do so, will they also suffer consequences because of everybody else not being able to just get free shit because they walk in there and they want it and they give an excuse to HR or corporate or whoever? Like, stuff isn't just a minute or, I don't know, finite type of thing sometimes, especially with this type of stuff. It has trickle down effects because other people will try to do it, and if other people doesn't have access to it, they're going to start asking questions why, and you can't blame them for that.
To break the lies around money.
What's that mean?
We all know money has not been treating everybody equally.
Okay.
Money is not the only way for things to happen. It's
Were
not.
Were you asking for them to make a donation, essentially? Or to let you have them for free?
No,
What was it?
I was coming up to the limit of where I had money. I was trying to ask if Target would comp me the rest, and we would have a conversation, bubble up a bigger conversation about why, because I know the heart of this place.
Okay.
It's the right place for me to have this conversation.
Target's a good company.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I was trying to have a hard conversation in a safe place.
Yeah. So did you?
No.
I got up there,
People
I had
hit
no
me
idea
for that.
exactly what was said to her, but.
I did it the right way.
And then when I was.
I went through the right steps. They kept, the reason, the problem why money doesn't work right is because it blocks people at checkpoints.
How did she go through the right steps if she just walked into the store, filled up her basket, and just said, I'm not going to pay for it? In my opinion, this is my opinion though, if this was actually going to be something that Target would enforce or allow to happen, they would have to first give her permission and actually give like some type of statement or some type of credit or something to her account or to her balance, or at least inform the employees of that site or local area about her being able to do this. But of course that didn't happen. So I don't understand how she could say she did this in the right manner. She didn't. She just walked in, said this stuff I want, and give it to me for free because this is what my ancestors went through. And I feel like the system or the society or the money system is unequal. And this doesn't seem just to me. It doesn't seem like she went through the proper procedures or actually try to have a conversation, especially not at 9 o'clock at night. Come on, it's ridiculous.
And I'm tired of people locking good people out. You don't get paid what you deserve nearly as much, because choosing to do the right thing in this world costs us monetarily. That's not fair.
October 22nd, 2022. That's a Saturday at 9 p.m. She's definitely not going to get in contact with HR or corporate, especially about something like this, and get a decision made so quickly. I checked and verified the date, and that is definitely a weekend day. That's a Saturday. She is full of shit.
The system is rigged against people doing the right thing.
When
That's
Ivory
true.
is told she's
That's
now
true.
trespassing in Target,
But
she becomes
Well, she said it's true, but that doesn't mean she is doing the right thing. Yes, our government and economics and corporations and military industrial complex is rigged against people doing the right thing and is rigged against people not being corrupt. But that doesn't mean what she is doing right here isn't bad in of itself. You can't correlate the two things and make them the same thing. I'm not gonna let that happen.
visibly upset.
As of today, you're trespassed from Target.
I'm sorry?
As of today, you're trespassed from Target.
On the basis of you hitting me?
Ma'am, let's go.
Outside.
No, that is not going to
Either
happen.
you walk out on your own or in handcuffs.
Why she
Oh, I won't be arrested for this cause.
Okay, come on.
What cause?
No.
No, but you just look like a fool. What cause are you fighting for? What will change because of you making a fool of yourself at 9 o'clock at night at this Target in your local town? Because you want free stuff. You're not making a statement. You're not making an intelligent argument. Even when you was in that chair and trying to say why you doing what you did, you didn't sound like you had this fully thought out. You just sound like you put out your ass, so you really have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm I'm
Come
not
on,
gonna move.
don't make this more
Nope, you're
difficult than it
gonna,
has
no,
to be.
it's gonna be on camera. Where are you holding your lines at?
Come on.
Ivory then pushes back, arguing she should not be removed from the store.
Does he have to?
That's all this is.
So
He
he
has-
gets the right to kick me out after he hits me. He didn't bubble
So-
that. He can't bubble that up in management.
He is
I've
speaking on
asked-
behalf of the company at this point.
Really?
That's what he's
Exactly.
doing.
So he can speak on behalf of the company at that level, but he couldn't do it there.
If he did, wait, okay, let me back it up. I would say that if he did, and this is probably one of the root of the issue here, is that you can't get this free stuff. So her saying that he making a decision now, but he couldn't make it earlier before they called about her running reparations or something, nothing will change because I'm pretty sure the call would have been the same. You can't get that stuff. If anything, take it up with corporate or HR, but that's not, I'm not going to give you just $1,000 worth of free items and risk my job and my future because of you and you feel entitled. That's insane. I really don't understand how she thinks she's making sense right now. It just sounds crazy to me.
I wasn't out there. I'm sure tensions were a little different than they are at this moment in time. So
It's about to get there.
No, you're gonna reconcile that. You're not gonna give me any more lies. You will tell the
He
truth.
like, see, look at, he like, fuck. I really don't want to have to do this, man, but can you just walk out the store? I don't want to have to put you in handcuffs. I don't want to have to get physical with you. I don't want to have to hear you scream and cry and talk about, oh, I'm doing this and other because I'm black or all this other stuff, or you feeling like you also still fighting for the cause because you're getting arrested because you can't just walk out and not get free shit. Like, he really doesn't want to do this stuff, man.
Truth about the situation.
Fuck.
No. You are trying to arrest me for him hitting me.
Correct. You are under arrest.
Yes.
You're under arrest for menacing and disorderly conduct. Okay? Now, here's what we would like to do. We would
Let's
rather
go
you
make
walk
this
outside and not make a big deal. If you're going to make
Oh,
a big
no,
deal,
you're
we're
gonna
going to have to
cuss
handcuff
something.
you and do
Yes,
all that
you
other stuff.
will. Yes, you will.
Let's go.
Go ahead, stand up then.
I'm not gonna
Don't
move.
get resisting too.
Come on, man.
Let's do it.
Let's not.
See, nobody wants to do this with her. So I don't understand why she wants to too. And I'm like, okay, I'm making an assumption. I'm willing to bet that she will somehow say the police manhandle her or the police was unjust in arresting her when she literally saying, come on, bring it on, let's do it. Like, this is straight up ignorant. And she thinks she fighting for some cause. Like, this guy's giving you chance after chance. Here's another thing people don't realize. As much as America has its problems and its shit and its history and multiple different levels at multiple different time periods, including now, she will not get as many opportunities to just say, no, I'm not getting up. No, you're going to have to arrest me. I don't give a damn. This is for my cause. Arrest me. Like, these guys are being patient. Go to another country, you won't even get this opportunity to talk and shit. They won't even give you the opportunity to say why you came into the store and just walked out with shit. You would just get slammed, thrown into a car, and hopefully you go and see your family again. But either way, it's just an example of how people don't acknowledge how privileged they actually are, which is funny and ironic in this video. She is so privileged that she can't even recognize the fact she can keep arguing with the police when she already recognized or has been shown of doing wrong over and over. And they don't want to be physical with her. She want her to just comply and just walk out of her own power, not manhunt her or arrest her or anything like that. She's given that option, but people in other countries don't be given that option. But she can't recognize that privilege because she's just so focused on her own league or her own ideology or her own team. And it's really, I don't know, just very interesting to see.
We're gonna go into it. Let's do it. If you're gonna hold every line.
Let's do it.
You know what happened here.
With that, officers tell Ivory the video evidence is against her.
I know, I just watched the video.
I asked to open a conversation, and he's still blocking me out. And you got.
These people are customer associates. These people are managers of the local store. This guy's, I don't know, I can't remember what they said it was, maybe a loss and prevention guy or another manager or something like that. But either way, he doesn't have the authority, I think, to just let you walk out the store with at least $1,000 worth of stuff. Like seriously, you're talking about having a conversation. Like I said over and over and over again, the people that she could actually have that conversation with are at home. Honestly, it's a Saturday at 9 p.m. They've been home for over 24 hours. They're not going to deal with this nonsense right now. And if they are going to deal with this nonsense, it's not going to happen quickly enough where you can just walk out with it. This is, I don't know what planet she on, but it can't be planet Earth.
You guys are protecting you.
Ma'am, you chased the one employee all the way to the front, okay? You made contact with her body by pushing your body into hers. I just watched it clear as day on the video.
Okay,
He then came out and you followed him all the way back here,
okay.
making him fear for his safety. You backed him into an office and you got hit in the face, unfortunately.
When people are backed into a corner, they can choose, they can choose to do the right thing or they can choose to lash out.
And that's not entitlement. She charges multiple people. She demands of them to do something that they probably can't do. And when they can't do it, she tells her, or they tell her, there are a different avenue or a different method you could try to maybe somehow make that happen. She just gets angry and charges at him. But somehow, some way, it's the guy's fault for hitting her, and he lashed out. She didn't lash out by charging people and getting people's face because she couldn't get what she wanted, like a toddler. Nah, they lashed out and he lashed out for defending himself. What planet is this lady on right now?
Okay, you were in the wrong here, just so we're
I
clear.
held the line.
You didn't hold
And
the line.
What line?
I moved my
He held the line because he said, this is the line you ain't gonna cross. You already crossed into the manager office or whatever office, you ain't crossing no further lines. And he decked you in your shit.
line continuously. I asked, and when they did not respect, they were gatekeeping me. Like the whole world has kept me.
And you were free to leave at any time,
gosh.
Absolutely.
but you didn't.
Absolutely.
So
because it
you
wasn't right.
amplified the situation. No, you wanted something
when the
for
laws
free.
are not right,
You wanted something
you
for
make a
free.
stand so they can change.
Put your fucking fist down. Your goddamn fist down. How dare you? How dare you? And you put your fist like you fighting for some cause because you want some free shit, and the Target employees who may or may not make it just as much as you can't do it because of your demands, and you think you're taking a stand. This is idiocy. I don't know what breeds it. It's partially the media, partially social media. It's, I don't know, society as a whole. I don't understand it, but either way, it's nonsense. I don't support it. I don't defend it. Hate it.
Are you ready to go
If
outside?
the laws are meant to hold people down, you will fight for me, my community.
What will Target do? What would this guy in the back who moved out of the way because she figured her ass jacked the fuck up? What is causing this situation going to do about these laws or crime or whatever you're talking about? It's not going to do anything at all. And the only thing that's going to happen now is you getting arrested and getting a record and making a fool of yourself. Was it worth it? No. You're not Rosa Parks. You're not the people that you, I don't know, throw dirt on and trying to mimic or act like you're being. Regardless, it's a shame. And it makes me sad. This isn't as bad as Jesse or Juicy Smollett, but either way, it's embarrassing. And I hate this shit.
Let's go outside.
Responding officers explained the Target manager was not in the wrong and will not be charged.
That doesn't, just because your intentions were good, does not make this any less illegal, unfortunately.
Right.
So we
But
have,
what happens when the
so give me 2
laws
seconds.
are not okay for people? We
I
need to
have
talk
to
about it.
enforce the laws that are in place, okay?
Talk to your senator. Talk to the representative. Talk to the people that you vote for year after year after year. And, I don't know, throw your trust behind or whatever. Don't talk to a Target employee that's on the ground level. Don't talk to Target at all, because the stuff that you saying right now in this last few moments or last few minutes is not a society. I'm sorry. It's not a Target. It is a Target issue. It's not a Target issue. It's just a society issue. And the people that can fix that is the government, not Target. And getting free shit put up in your basket and walking out of it isn't going to change anything. It just sounds very selfish. And I don't know, hopping on some ridiculous new movement for your own personal gain and benefit. Because like I just said, when I was just fucking tongue tied and fucking up, Target isn't gonna fix anything. At the same time, who knows? The government ain't gonna fix it either. But that's a better option to go towards than going to a private company like Target, Walmart, or whoever else. She just sounded insane to me.
And that is our job, that is our goal.
But he's not getting arrested for assault?
It's not assault.
He's defending himself.
Ivory maintains she did not get physical with any Target employees.
No, there was not at any times that my hands came up to do anything to anybody.
You're not being
When
charged
I did,
with assault.
I stood my ground.
Okay, and you
And
were
when
wrong.
You can't.
No, I wasn't. Standing your ground is not wrong.
For you to stand your ground, that means you're not charging at people. We literally saw you move in multiple people's faces. You moved in front of the manager's face, and then you moved in front of this guy's face. And then you led yourself into his office, which I'm pretty sure it says employees only somewhere along the alleyway or in front of the door or something. You know what you were doing. Why are you lying? He saw the video. We saw the video. You know you're full of shit. I know you're full of shit. Stop it.
If you're standing it in the truth.
Finally, Ivory allows officers to handcuff her.
I need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Thank you.
Violate my rights
Violate your
as a
rights.
human being.
She's then
Oh my
escorted
God.
to a squad car outside the store. She continues to speak with officers, saying she was forcing an important conversation.
When it gets to a point where a young man reached out and hit an older black woman,
Regardless of age, race, anything.
you don't hit.
Stop okay, you're an older black woman. Don't get in people's faces if you know damn well that you could be, I don't know, given a hint of bad intent or danger. I don't care what your race is or your gender is. You shouldn't be getting in people's faces in a bubble. Because if he did it to you, you would feel intimidated and you would have a problem with that. And I wouldn't blame you. So you to do the exact same thing and then to have the nerve to say that you as a black woman or an older black woman is somehow the victim, you're full of shit. You're full of shit.
Somebody.
You don't hit people, but I can also understand why he did. He was defending himself.
How-
You chased him into a closed office where he had no point of
Exit. And you wasn't allowed in there.
Right, that was the point. I was forcing him to have a conversation.
You're forcing him to become.
You're forcing him to have a conversation that he doesn't want to be a part of, and two, he has no power to change anything at all. Stop.
Scared and in fear.
When asked if she could have handled the situation in a different way, Ivory repeats her same stance.
We haven't been able to see and communicate with each other, and that's what I was trying to do.
Okay.
And I asked nicely, and I got refused, and I stood a line that scared them, and they lashed out.
So do you think
You're
you
so-
approach it in a different manner?
She is so entitled. She thinks she could just get in people's face and do nothing. And they would just bend over and let her bully them. Really? I don't know, call me crazy, but it sounds like she's trying to employ some of the same tactics that she accused others of using in the past, which is why she's doing what she's doing in the first place. Like, does she not see this? Or am I just tripping? Let me know.
Manner than how we approached it today, and probably got the same goal, the same end.
How do you expect I'm asking for something at the register to be done.
Mm-hmm.
The cashier couldn't do it for me. I asked her to bubble it up to a manager. That's what you do. You take it up the chain of command.
Absolutely you do. Yeah.
But this is the problem. My people have been trying to take it up the chain of command, and they're getting smacked back down. Because the laws are not in their favor.
Target doesn't make the laws. Come on, man. You're literally stealing.
For you to take a hard stand, I just got hit.
Ivory was later convicted of disorderly conduct. She was sentenced to 1 day in jail and fined $110. Reporting for Long Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Okay, so in my opinion, she got off pretty easy. She did 1 day in jail. Only had to pay $100-something. That ain't shit compared to the over $1,000 worth of stuff she wanted to walk out with for free. For absolutely no reason at all, in my opinion. I don't get it. Hopefully she doesn't do this nonsense again. and she learned her lesson. But who knows? I don't want to see her again on this channel or any other channel. She shouldn't. She shouldn't be locked up. She should just shut the hell up and stop what she's doing. Go back to your life, make the best of your life, and stop asking random people to give you free stuff because you feel entitled to it. You live a much cleaner, nice, hospitable life compared to our ancestors, but yeah, you want to act like you're going through something like they went through. You're not. And you're not owed free shit because of the little bubble in your head that you created that lets you feel entitled enough to walk into a place of a private company, fill up your basket with random shit that probably isn't full of stuff that you desperately need, and demand it for free, knowing damn well the whole time you couldn't or wouldn't pay for it. That sounds like entitlement to me, and it sounds, I don't know, asinine that you either know to pull up reparations or slavery or laws or anything like that with a private company, especially to a low-level local employee just trying to do his job just like you do on your 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Spend better ways or think of better things to do on your weekends besides nonsense like this. It's your boy Logos. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.